Hello world, name's Legitimit. I am going to start video vlogging some of my rants and thoughts of humanity and the world around us and the things that I see and notice, and I'm going to share my opinion with the world. First off, in 2012 years, humanity has not evolved to the understanding and thinking of uniting as a whole. You have wars, you have confrontation, you have fighting, and humanity should by now have evolved to a being of being able to everyone work together to have food for everyone, to work together to make shelter for everybody to have a place to lay their head at night. If humanity has been working together this entire time, focusing on what truly matters in life instead of being greedy, selfish. For instance, the way my mind works, the way I see it, is if I had $100 billion, I would focus on making a movement towards evolving that way, where humanity would work together on everything. And if we got in that state of mind, there would be no reason for confrontation between anyone. Everyone has to take their religious beliefs and put them to the side. What you believe in, and you should respect others to believe in what they believe in. Everyone should just show some respect to each other instead of always fighting and arguing and bickering. Now back to the $100 billion aspect of things. I would focus my energy on making people's day, on making others smile. If I seen someone having a hardship, I would go help them any way that I possibly could. Financially, I would invest in making my friends and family and people that I meet that are intelligent and have great ideas and good goals and are willing to be a part of a true team. I would create businesses for them to run. I would pay everyone really, really well, because I would not care about how much money I'm taking in for myself and buying this and buying that. Those aspects are pushed upon us by the industry, by an industry that has all the money, that hoards it to themselves like fucking evil pigs, eating just so massive amounts of food and letting everybody around them just fall off the planet because they don't care. They're elitists. They created the system. They created this thing called money. They brainwashed us all into an aspect that is just massively out of control. You have prisoners as slave laborers. People own prisons. Did you know that? That they're owned. They're not like made by the state or whatnot. There's privately owned prisons. So you can buy a prison and then put your inmates in there, have them work dirt, shit, cheap labor for years upon years while they're signing contracts with companies for shit tons of money, and then they just pocket it. That's so evil. It's incorrect and it's wrong. It's completely wrong. The whole aspect of marijuana, here's an aspect. They complain and say that it's the gateway drug, that's what gets people started on drugs. What gets people started on drugs is pharmaceutical reps going around pushing pills and lining the pockets of doctors to push pills into patients. If If a 5-year-old kid is hyperactive and running around, it's because he's a 5-year-old kid. He doesn't need Ritalin or Adderall. I don't know if anyone else has ever done either of those, but through my years, I thought before I speak about something, I should try something and see what it does and check it out for myself. It's called being a scientist, experimenting, figuring out things. So just because I don't have a degree and you don't have a degree doesn't mean that we're not somewhat of scientists, because we're always experimenting with ourselves and the outside world around us. It's inevitable. But back to the marijuana aspect. Those that have never smoked it, you should try it. And pharmaceutical companies, Hillary Clinton owns most of pharmaceutical companies. And she's the one that's got she's got the whole world hooked. You know? What's she doing with her money? Why are there kids starving in other countries for when she's got all that money? It doesn't make sense, does it? Does this really make sense to anyone around? Or is it just me who sees this crazy shit? Now don't get me wrong, I know the world isn't full of just horrible people. I have met so many wonderful, beautiful people. Everyone has a light within themselves. To evolve as humanity, we have to stop looking out for ourselves all the time. Start looking out for those around us all the time instead. It's called being selfless, giving, caring, respecting, showing love and unity and peace. And a lot of the world is good people. And we have these greedy control freaks that control the system and everything around us. And it's sick. And we gotta quit buying into it. What they tell you to like, don't like it unless you actually like it. And look at what you're liking. Is it conditioning you be a douchebag? Because a lot of stuff out there conditions people to be douchebags. Massive amounts of jewelry is ridiculous. Because you have 9-year-old little kids in coal mines digging out diamonds for dirt shit money in horrible conditions. I mean, come on, no child should have to be slaved away. While they're digging these diamonds out for these greedy fuckers back here, you go and buy them. All these rappers out there, you running around buying up this shit. Why? Do you think you need to portray a certain image with jewelry to be cool? That look at me, I got a grill in my mouth full of diamonds? Why'd you spend your hard-earned cash on that bullshit? Didn't have anything else to do? It's common sense, man. When I had money, I handed it out to those around me. Those that I borrowed money to haven't ever really paid me back. If anything, or anything at all. But I don't dwell on sad shit, or mean shit, or hateful shit, because that's an aspect of ego. And I'm trying to be a free spirit to the day that my spirit leaves my body. The ego controls most of civilization. The ego fears what others think of it. The ego always dwells on the negative and looks at the sad things in life. The ego is hurt. The ego gets jealous. The ego gets angry. All these things that the ego does, I try to pull away from all of that. Stay positive. Stay in my spirit mind. Make the best decisions on every situation that I'm given, regardless of what's happening around me. Be polite and kind to each other. Smile, say hello. Always dream fucking huge. Don't dream small. Because if you dream small, well, you can't dream small. I mean, it's not going to hurt nothing. You'll probably accomplish it a lot quicker. But if you dream big, you always have a big goal to shoot for, regardless if it ever occurs or happens. But if you put in the time and effort and you do all the greatest things you possibly can do to be the best person that you can possibly be, then you're on the right track and on the way of going uppity up, 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 up in the higher awareness charts. We should be flying around in spaceships by now. If humanity was working together, we'd be flying around the universe together. But instead, we're still stuck in the same cycles, buying the same bullshit, having the same items sticking around all the damn time, and going buy new items, and then finding a place to live so you can put your items there and keep them there. Ridiculous. Food, shelter, conversation, peace, love, and music. That's what's needed. And compassion. Where's your heart? You see someone down, help them up. Alright, this will conclude my first rant ever, but I guess if others decide to maybe share this, or like it, or subscribe to it, and I get enough, maybe I'll continue on with this. Also, I'm working on my own sitcom, and I am going to start filming that as soon as possible as well, and I'm going to post that on YouTube as well. And I don't give a flying fucking hoodilly if people don't like it. That's cool. You can hate on it. Be my guest. You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm not going to cry about it, because that'd be an ego aspect, and I'm flying with my spirit. I thought you knew. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy because they're hearing me rant, but oh well, gots to do it, right? Alright folks, remember, peace and love upon everything you see. We evolve humanity. Peace out. Legitimits out.